What's up guys, it's Yuyu, and in today's video I'm going to show you 4 ways to counter the cross or the 2. Now I want to make it clear that boxing is an art. There isn't just one way of doing something. So whenever I make a video saying 4 ways this or 5 ways that, just keep in mind you're only limited to your creativity. Yes, there may be a more efficient way of doing something, which can save you energy, maybe more power, more speed behind punches or certain movements. But if you really feel uncomfortable doing something and really working hard at it, then maybe it's not the move for you. There are very successful and highly skilled boxers with poor technique, maybe not the greatest technique. But hey, if it helps them reach the top of the sport, then are they really wrong? Before I begin, if you're new to the channel, I love sharing advice on boxing, nutrition, exercise, life of a boxer, behind the scenes footage on boxing events. So if any of those topics interest you, please make sure to subscribe so you stay up to date with the latest video. Okay, the first way to counter the cross is by slipping to the inside and throwing a lead hook or lead uppercut. This technique will work if you and your opponent are standing in the same stance. For example, orthodox versus orthodox or southpaw versus southpaw. As you slip towards your lead side, make sure to keep your knees bent so you remain balanced. A few things are happening here. 1. Get your head off the center line. 2. Bend at the hips, slightly leaning over your lead knee. And 3. Slightly rotate your hips and shoulders. Pivot your back foot inward if needed. By now, you should feel most of your weight on your lead leg and are in position to throw your counter lead hook or lead uppercut. As you throw your hook or uppercut, make sure to keep your opposite hand up to protect your face from a potential follow-up hook. Rotate your hips to maximize the power in your hook or uppercut. Okay, the second way to counter the cross is by changing levels and throwing your own cross or 2. This is similar to the slip, except you're getting much lower than your opponent and you're throwing your own cross at almost the same time as they are. This one requires a bit more timing, but as long as you get low enough, you should be in the clear. For this counter, bend your knees, and as you change levels, release your cross. It's easier to land the cross to the body or chest, but you could also throw the cross to the head. You can always follow up with any shot, preferably the lead hand, because your weight should end up on your lead side. A great follow-up punch would be a lead hook to the body or a lead uppercut because you are already at a lower position than your opponent. Okay, the third way to counter the cross is by rolling or turning with the punch and throwing a rear uppercut or straight cross. Floyd Mayweather is a master at this by using this Philly shell style. This counter is a bit more risky because if your opponent throws a slightly loopy cross or rear hook, you may get hit in the back or side of the head. This isn't my go-to counter, but if I do use it, it's usually more successful off the ropes. I don't teach or encourage the Philly shell because it's not a style I do frequently, but you can still work the shoulder roll with your hands up in a good defensive position. So as your opponent throws his cross, turn with the punch. Shift your weight from the lead side to the rear side. This puts you in a great position to transfer your power through an uppercut or a short cross. The point of the roll is to get your opponent to almost fully commit to his punch. This will leave an opening to land your counter shot. Just be aware after a cross, usually a hook comes around, so be mindful and don't drop your hands for too long because you may leave yourself exposed. Okay, the fourth way to counter the cross is by footwork. Yes, footwork, my favorite. It can put you in and out of danger. It's important to not overstep with this counter. If you take too big of a step, then all you're doing is defending. And since we want to counter, you need to move just enough to get out of position, but close enough to land your own shot. Now for this counter, you can either throw a jab or a cross. Your opponent's momentum is moving forward, so use that split second after they punch to land a counter shot. Again, do not leap backwards. If you do, you might just put yourself out of range, unless you plan on leaping back in with your shot, but that's a very risky punch. You don't want to get caught leaping forward. This will increase your opponent's damage if he lands a shot. So small step back and counter with either a cross or a jab. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below, what's your favorite way to counter the cross? Sam, what's your favorite way to counter the cross?
Slip hook.
Slip hook?
Yeah.
That's a good one. Alright guys, thanks for watching.